Looked like you guys played really the game you wanted in the first period. What do you think changed as the game went along?
I thought we stopped skating a little bit with the puck. I thought we forced some pucks into the middle of the ice and kind of fed their transition a little bit. And that building, the more they can play in the offensive zone, it really adds energy to it. And so they feed off that. And so we talked about that, about trying to stay away from it, and just couldn't quite help ourselves that time there.
Yeah, how tough is it to battle a crowd like that as it gets going throughout the game?
Well, it's actually a pretty fun environment to play in. One of the challenges is to keep them quiet. We talked about what we wanted to try and do to manage that energy, and I thought for the most part, like you said, in the first period, it was pretty good. Got a little bit. I don't know whether it was the 4 days off or who knows why, but we just weren't quite as sharp. I didn't think we skated with the puck nearly as well, especially between the tops of the circles. And so I thought they started feeding off some of the transition that we sort of gave them. And we just didn't play a good 200-foot game there for a while.
Your thoughts on Carson's first game?
I liked him. He's seems to see the ice well. Seems like he reads plays well. He certainly trusts his legs. Twice they're trying to leg it out against guys with shorthanded opportunities. So for a first game in an environment like that, you should feel really proud of how he played today.
It seems like he was pretty heavily involved in the forecheck, especially at times. Is that something good to see from a young player?
Yeah, absolutely. And he played with a couple of real forechecking guys there in Hathaway and Delorier, and so kind of eases him into the game as far as that are probably our two most physical forwards. So, but I thought, as the game went on, he looked more and more comfortable. He looks like a fairly level-headed young man and seemed to take everything in stride, and gave him a few extra minutes there at the end in some offensive situations, and certainly didn't look out of place on the power play as well. So, all in all, for him, I would say he had a really good first game.
Regarding Ryan Poehling, what from your perspective explains this offensive surge that he's had over these last couple of weeks?
Well, there's certain guys, and maybe he's one of them, that really get on streaky scoring, scenarios where he's another guy that's really relies on his legs to create, the openings and generate the advantages and all the time in space. And sometimes you get pucks in the right area. It's a great pass by PHI to get it. It's a really outstanding pickup on the backhand, and he gets a lot on the backhand as well. The execution on that play was exactly what we talked about trying to do a little bit more regularly. We just couldn't seem to do it as often as we'd like.